Welcome back to the Means Report, everybody. We're so happy you're with us on this Sunday, and we're so happy to be rejoined. You know we're not going to do a debut show without having senior reporter George Eskola with us. He's always been here, and we're happy that he is here to share his takes on what is going on in the Garden City. George, welcome. I mean, you've been on the Means Report a million times, but welcome now that we're back where we started. In the Big Six.
We need an agenda, though.
We do. We need a printed agenda because we have a lot of things to talk about, and it's tough to know where to start. But let's start with elections. It's September now. They're coming up in November. Marion Williams trying to resurface on the commission, battling Corey Johnson, kind of a mentor versus student thing.
That very exciting time, post-Labor Day election season, and I think one of the most watched at just one district, District 2, Marion Williams, Corey Johnson, as you mentioned, when Corey ran 3 years ago now, the Marion endorsed him. There is a relationship. Now the master is coming back into and this is the most close watched individual race on the commission. Should be, is bringing back Marion Williams, a man who wouldn't give up his seat as mayor pro tem.
That's right.
Wild horses couldn't drag him away from a drag strip. That's going to be a close watch. Corey Johnson now given some responsibility, chairing the city engineering committee. He has the support of his fellow members. That is unquestioned. What
about the Alvin-Sammy matchup? What do you see there?
4th District matchup, the Mayor Pro Tem Alvin Mason versus Sammy Sias, longtime neighborhood activist. The politics of nuisance. That has taken over. Sammy Sias leading the charge for a strong, funded, permanent position nuisance task force with Alvin Mason Pro Tem throwing up the roadblock. I'm not against it.
Right.
I just don't know what's it going to do, how's it going to do, how's it going to cost the taxpayers. I'm not just going to throw money at the problem. The politics of nuisance in District 4.
Speaking of which, Harrisburg activist Lori Davis, who wants nothing more than a nuisance ordinance and a task force to enforce it, trying to unseat Mayor Copenhagen.
Well, that's the epitome of the politics of nuisance. Lori Davis running out of Harrisburg strictly for a chronic nuisance property ordinance, runs into state law and constitutional issues, got to get into the race, takes on Mayor D. Copenhagen, who's all for any neighborhood issues we can get. That is also the politics of nuisance. Very closely watched. On the periphery right now, Gil Gilliard, we're going to have to hear from where he stands on this. But right now, he's being overshadowed as Davis and the nuisance issues take center stage, with the mayor playing the I'm for it. We have to find, I'm not against, so I have to find out what other cities are doing.
How's the nuisance thing play outside of Harrisburg? Does anybody care?
I think everybody cares. I think every neighborhood across the width and breadth of the Garden City has neighborhood issues. I think what has not been well understood is how would this nuisance ordinance would work. What's it going to cost? We know that $225,000 to kick off the first year. And if you got 300 or 700 sheriff's deputies, a bunch of guys in the marshal's office, and a whole license and inspection department, 3 people are going to do this.
Come on.
They're, the Superman capes, I don't know where you buy them down. That's another thing. What can 3 people do?
What indeed?
And if I can get into that nuisance a little bit,
sure.
The sheriff says, take on my existing personnel. No, I don't got the guys now. The marshal, you cut me back.
We got nothing.
I don't have a guy to give you in license and inspection. We'll do it if we can. Well, we don't have another person to do it anyway, so I don't know how much traction this is going to get, taking existing people who already got their plates full doing other work.
The changing face of downtown Augusta, next on our list. The Tcenter's going up. The people who used to park there being moved out. Now they're at the weed-eaten Golf and Gardens, and there's a guard there. Who's paying that guy?
Well, the city's project is paying this guy. Security issues, and we saw that with the Judicial Center that was being built. Copper wire was stolen.
Yep.
We've got, there's issues. What motivated the marshal's deputy, he's not a deputy, he's a security guard under the marshal, is that people that were displaced for Tcenter parking were complaining about parking in that lot. There was worry, security. There was a stabbing incident not far from there. The Golf and Gardens, which are in horrible shape, not well secured, have been inviting a place for homeless, vagrants. There's some concerns parking so close to that. So that was the main motivation for the security officer, was because of concerns from people who had to park there. But the city is also saying when construction starts, we'll have valuable equipment, money invested. This guy can also keep an eye on that.
Our sales tax money is not being used. Tcenter project money is.
Yeah, exactly. Money from actually it's the parking deck money. There was money in that project for allowing this guard to keep an eye on.
Not sales tax money. You can make
the case, no.
All right.
Not
tax money.
Part of that money. Not general fund money, not your property tax money.
Can you update us on the patch? Didn't they fund our city golf course through the end of the year in 30 seconds?
And the answer was we needed a private company to run it. That patch could make money if only if a private company came in there. We had one bid. One guy from Scotland wanted the patch. He doesn't have a city business license. He was kicked out. Right now the city's left holding the bag. Nobody wants to take over the patch. The golf business nationwide in Augusta is in trouble. The city's magic bullet, privatization, nobody wants to do it.
Can anybody tee it up there January 1st or 2nd?
And with the city running it, and with it being subsidized with the tax dollar, unless commissioners order the city to go back out and rebid this and find me a private company that'll do it, and that won't cost us any more money. But private companies, that was going to be the answer. What they got back a couple weeks ago was one guy.
Licenseless.
And he didn't have a city business license, so they got nobody who will do it.
All right, George, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. You'll be back many times.
Love the Augusta Means Report. Excuse me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Back on the Means Report.
That's right. I appreciate it. The Means Report continues in about a couple of minutes. We'll wrap it up and tell you how you can shape our future editions right here.